Hi, and welcome to the first episode of We Need Your Dough's how-to videos. I am Martha, head creator and owner of We Need Your Dough in Pullover, Wisconsin. I figured for our first how-to video I would cover food safety tips because the best food is safe food. So our first little nifty trick is in the hands washing and countertops, surfaces washing area. So you want to make sure you wash your hands before and after every time you deal with any kind of food. Wash them well with hot water and soap, making sure to get into all the nooks and crannies and especially your fingernails because they hold bacteria that can get you sick or other people sick, which is even worse because then it's like, oh, I don't want to eat your food, and then your business goes under. So wash those hands. Also make sure that you wash all the countertops before and after you wash. Cut up stuff and mix stuff and measure stuff on them, just because you don't want any of that raw chicken bacteria that might have rolled off the cutting board onto the countertop to stay there when you decide to prepare the baby's milk, because then baby's got E. coli and that's no good. So, make sure you do that and consider using paper towels instead of the cloth ones, just because you can throw that bacteria and all that bad stuff that's really harmful away. But if you do decide that you want to use the cloth ones, make sure you wash them after every use and don't wash them with your clothes. You want like your panties and your bras, wash them with raw chicken, and don't leave your towel out to use throughout the day, because then you just spread bacteria all over. So just don't do that. Next set of tips: don't cross-contaminate. So after you cook that chicken, you don't want to set it on the same thing that the raw chicken was sitting on. So if you're cutting the raw chicken up, don't use that cutting board to cut up the cooked chicken. It's just nasty. Just wash it over or use something else. Also, you want to make sure that you wash your hands, yes, touching that again, and your utensils and your cutting boards, just to make sure that you don't get any of that cross-contamination going. Also, never store cooked foods under raw foods or foods that don't need to be cooked under raw foods. So don't put your carrots and your leftovers under the rack that has all the raw chicken, because it can drip down and E. coli and you get sick. You gotta call in and they're like, why are you calling? You're like, I got diarrhea. That's no fun. Next, cook foods properly. So any kind of poultry, turkey, chicken, duck, 165. Any kind of beef, veal, lamb, steak, roast, 165. Ground beef and veal and lamb, don't look at the color, that's not going to tell you. 160 is the temp you need to be at. Fish and seafood is a very low, 145. Pork is 160, and any egg dishes that don't have raw eggs need to be at 160. Now remember, there's going to be carryover heat from the grill, the microwave, the stovetop, and the oven, so you can take it out 5 degrees early and it'll retain that heat and it'll continue cooking, and then it'll also retain all that flavor and that juiciness, so that steak is just prime for eating. Also remember, after you cook foods, you want to put it away right away when you're done with it, or if you're going to freeze part of it, freeze it right away, because after 2 hours of it being cooked and then sat out, it starts to build all that bacteria again, like we've been talking about, and then you get diarrhea and you get puke, and it's no fun. So don't do that. Last but certainly not least important, chilling and refrigerating foods properly. You want to make sure that you refrigerate or freeze your foods right away, no later than 2 hours after you've cooked it or processed it or brought home from the store. You want to get it in the fridge or the freezer right away. Also, when thawing, don't use them. I don't like microwaves. I don't suggest using microwaves, but don't leave it out on the counter. Put it in the refrigerator, let it de-thaw there, but if you need it sooner, put it in cold water, not hot water, because hot water will cook it and then it'll make it cook unevenly and bacteria can get stuck in there. It's going to dry out. It's not going to be good. Run it in cold water, and those are the tips for now. And also remember, if something looks sketchy, like a banana looks red, or your tomato is moldy, or your cheese is super stinky, don't eat it, just throw it away. Except for cheese. Some cheese just stinks. Alright, thank you.